Moscow Thursday, a big surprise came at the end of a very long news conference by Vladimir Putin. The Russian president announced the likely release of the country's most famous prisoner, oil tycoon and outspoken Putin opponent, Mikhail Khodorkovsky. Now, even his lawyers were said to be caught off guard by the shock announcement. CCTV's Tom Barton has more from Moscow.
Russian President Vladimir Putin mentioned nothing of a clemency appeal during a marathon 4 hours of questions with journalists. But just after the news conference, cameras captured Putin dropping the bombshell that oil tycoon Mikhail Khodorkovsky, his old political foe, jailed for over a decade, is to be pardoned.
Quite recently, he appealed to me for pardon. He has already spent more than 10 years in prison, and that's a serious punishment. He says it's for humanitarian reasons. His mother is sick. Taking these circumstances into consideration, a decision should be taken, and he will be pardoned in the nearest future.
Putin also confirmed a new amnesty measure will allow 2 members of the Pussy Riot punk group to be released from jail, along with 30 Greenpeace activists and other anti-Putin protesters. On the situation in Ukraine, Vladimir Putin said that his decision to give his counterpart Viktor Yanukovych and his government a $15 billion loan and a 30% gas discount was a brotherly act.
If we really mean that this is a brotherly nation and a brotherly country, we have to act as close relatives and support the Ukrainian people in this difficult situation.
Critics have suggested the real motivation was to keep Ukraine on a Russian leash and out of any agreements with the European Union.
The political class in Russia is paranoid about encirclement, about being turned into a fortress.
When revelations about the US's National Security Agency and surveillance around the world were mentioned, President Putin surprised some by saying that NSA surveillance was needed in order to catch terrorists. But he denied that fugitive superleaker Edward Snowden, who was granted asylum by Russia in the summer, is being controlled or questioned by Russian authorities.
Putin also warned that while not there yet, Russian missiles may be placed in the enclave of Kaliningrad in retaliation for NATO's missile shield being constructed in Eastern Europe. This despite the Russian government saying earlier this year that the missile shield posed no credible threat to the effectiveness of its nuclear arsenal.
When it comes to relations with China, Putin reiterated that bilateral cooperation will continue in various spheres. Tom Barton, CCTV, Moscow.